Hi guys, my name is Alex, and today we'll be doing a first impression and review video on the upgraded Sovol SV01 3D printer. In this video, we'll be going through the unboxing process, the assembly process, we will be going through some of the changes, and upgrading the firmware, and lastly doing a calibration print. So stay tuned. I used a spatula to get through the tape on the box. You can use anything obviously to help you cut through this. I do want to say that they did a very good job with the packaging. I won't be able to get a good angle here, but I'll take a photo, I'll put it on the video so you can take a look at it. But I'll just start taking things out and then I'll kind of go over it. I do want to say that this manual that came in here looks pretty detailed and thorough. They even have a QR code, so I'm assuming that'll take you to their, it'll take you to their Facebook group, which I am part of, and they are pretty helpful. They respond really quickly. There's a pretty good group there. Recently they just did a live stream and I was able to speak to Heidi and another gentleman there. So they're trying to do their best to keep active and give you support, so it's just really nice. But definitely be using this in case I get caught. Let's see what else I have here. Looks like they gave me a white PLA. And I think it's random. I'm not actually sure, but I feel like they come in different colors. I don't know what this is. Let's take a look at it after. They put a lot of foam padding here, which is actually really good because it came from overseas. And I just really like that they really paid attention to detail to make sure that it's, being through transit, it's well protected. This is what they have. Maybe we overdid it. Oh, the monitor or the LCD inside. There it is. Knock someone out with this. So what's remaining here, which is really nice, it's like 95% built. What I'm seeing on the description of this item. I'll also put a description of the item as well as where I bought it through Amazon. That'll help you give you any further details that I missed here. But as I was saying, it's 95% build. It's broken down to two sections, which I believe is just the X gantry and then the base and then everything else. But it's very minimal, something that you need to do. So taking it out, laying it here on the table, and then I'll start assembling here in a bit. Got the base and the X-axis gantry out of the box. I'm using the styrofoam that came in the box as kind of a place for me to set it. But what I wanted to show you is that the cable that I was having an issue with is coming from the X-axis gantry and it's coming all the way into the manual power supply. So what I was trying to say in my previously was that be careful when pulling this out of the box because you don't want to pull too hard and damage any of the connectors in here. As you can see, I kind of took off the shielding a little bit, but that's not big of a problem. So just kind of some word of advice there. So I'm going to continue to put this together and then I will start plugging in the connectors and we'll kind of go from there. So I wanted to show what comes in this box here. This is where all the goodies are, all the tools necessary to assemble this. So let's kind of go real quickly. So you have your, looks like a limit switch, a couple of screws. I see a nozzle here, USB. Yeah, it looks like it's a micro USB with a USB adapter. This is going to be for your filament detector, if I remember correctly. Your power cable. Ooh, extra nozzles. Thank you. USB cable, spool holder, another spatula. I can use this for removing prints off the print bed. And in here, they have all the other necessary tools. And from all the other review videos that I've seen, they gave you all the necessary tools to build this, which is very, very nice. So I see some zip ties. Can't even talk. Looks like this is a nozzle cleaner, which is really nice. These are your wire cutters, which can't even think stuff. There we are. And then here you have a whole bunch of Allen heads, a screw, and a wrench. So let's keep the assembly process going. A couple of things that I noticed right off the bat as I'm going through this assembly process was that I can now confirm that they are now labeling the LCD connectors for the LCD. Previously, users were commenting on the Facebook group that they didn't have these labeled, so sometimes they would receive errors or the LCD would not work at all when plugging in. So it's nice that they have these labeled in this model, or iteration I should say. Someone had also mentioned, does the bed come insulated or not? So I did feel around the bed here that it is insulated where the heat pad is, but it doesn't go all the way around the bed. It's mostly centralized. So we'll see how that plays out when actually printing. I did also want to comment that they are stating that there was a hot end upgrade here. So I believe this was due to the TPU printing issue. So I'm going to open this up once this is all assembled. I'm going to open it up, show you guys what that looks like, and measure the length of that tube that's in there. And we'll see how that works out. After about 30 minutes, I was able to get the unit completely assembled. I did have to change the power supply from 235 to 115. As you can see now, it is currently powered on. I haven't done anything else. What I'm going to do next, I'm going to send all the access to the home position, make sure that all my switches are working correctly. So I'm going to go press the center button, go to prepare, and then go to auto home. All right. One thing I did want to mention that I would probably recommend as you're assembling, go ahead and get a leveling tool, either your phone or something else. You can go ahead and just make sure that your x-axis gantry is level, as well as that the frame with the gantry and this whole component is perpendicular. Make sure you're going to get accurate results while you're 3D printing. At this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and start disassembling the hot end so we can take a look at the inside and verify some of the changes that were done. So I'm going to go ahead and start the disassembly of the hot end, and we'll take a look at the changes that they would have done to the extruder. I don't have capability right now with the webcam that I'm using to get really close in detail without getting in my way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a video attachment onto this video for YouTube user Brian Bynes, who kind of went really thorough to how to open this and how to assemble this back together. So I'll tag that to this video as well. I'm going to go through the process here and then I'll show you what I find at the end. I found this PTFE tubing inside the hot end assembly. So I'll post a picture of how I found it. I took it out, as you can see here, of the actual heat sink. This is what I got out of it. So when I measured it with my calipers, let me just reset this again. It measured right about 67.63 millimeters. You can see that. That's kind of what I'm measuring at. So that is the current length of the PTFE tubing inside this hot end assembly. And again, the reason why they put this in there, and again, this is based off the research I've seen, is because users were having issues with TPU. That material is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Flimsy, I guess you can say, and it would actually cause the hot end to get clogged up, or it wouldn't feed correctly. So this is to help that out. So I'm going to assemble this all back together. I am going to level the bed, and actually I'm not going to level the bed. I am now going to go into upgrading the firmware on this printer to the most current software, and then I'll level the bed, and then I'll do a calibration print. I may or may not show all the process, but you'll see my final product at the end.
Now that you have assembled your 3D printer, you're ready to upgrade the software. You can go to Sovol's main website to download their firmware. Stock firmware is 1.1.6.1. You want to upgrade to 2.0, and you can see there's two options. If you're using the BL Touch, you would select this option. If you're using stock, you would just use the standard 2.0 firmware source code. Once you've successfully downloaded it, make sure you extract the documents, and make sure that this particular file that ends with the extension of HEX is visible. That will be very important when it comes to upgrading the firmware. Alright, I am currently using Ultimaker Cura 4.5, but right now it doesn't recognize the printer. So what you would do then is go to Settings, Printer, Add Printer, because we need to add that printer to the software, and then you go to Add Non-Network Printer. From there you go to Creality 3D, CR10, and then you change the printer name to whatever you want to call. I'm just going to go with SV01. Add. And from here you would update the X, Y, and Z dimensions. So that would be 280, 240, and 300. Okay, next. That is it. So now you'll see that this appears here. That means that it is currently selected. Now, we've downloaded the firmware, we have added the printer to Cura. Now it's time to plug it in and actually do the upgrade. So you're going to go to Settings, Printer, Manage Printers. You're going to make sure that the SV01 is selected, or whichever printer you want to upgrade. Update firmware, and here you go to Upload Custom Firmware. It's going to generate a screen. So from here you're going to go to wherever you extracted the document. So I'm pretty sure I put it here, right? Marlin 2.0, which is a Marlin 2.0, and then here's that file that I mentioned is very important. Make sure this file is visible. If you have not able to see it, or are not able to see it, I'm sorry, make sure you extracted the file. Okay, you select it, hit open, and it'll do its process. Great, now that we have successfully upgraded the firmware, you can verify that on the actual printer screen. I'm going to go ahead and just do the calibration print and go from there. Here is the final product. In this calibration cube, we can see that there are some visible lines on the X, Y, and Z axis. The lines on the Z axis could just be that the bed needs to be leveled a little better. However, the lines we see on the X and Y axis can be due to some extruder issues. When I printed out the 3D Benchy, you can see that there are some stringing issues, and this definitely points out that the extruder needs to be calibrated, and there's numerous videos on YouTube on how to do that. If you'd like for me to do it, let me know. My overall experience with this printer has been phenomenal. I definitely enjoyed building this and going through the whole process. In this video, we talked about the unboxing, the assembly, we upgraded the firmware, and we also talked about some of the changes made to this iteration. I would like to say that the only feedback I would give this printer would be that if we can get it to be quieter right out of the box, that'd be great. It can get kind of loud. But that can be easily fixed by purchasing the silent board that they offer on their website. Thanks guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, go and leave them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is my first ever video, so any feedback you guys do provide, I really appreciate it. Till next time guys, have a good one.